How are you guys? Welcome back to Wargaming China. And as you can see, I'm playing my game. It's turn 7. Chinese turn 7. And the first thing Chinese must do, because they've been under naval bombardment, is throw a morale test for this flank, for the Chinese left. Let's see how that goes. 3. It's their second morale test. So that is the end of it. We've got no support next to them. We've drawn the full 2 turns, and I think we'll call that a Japanese victory. Now, how did we get here? We got here simply because we were playing the assault. The Japanese attempt to outflank the Human fortress on Dongting Lake, and I wanted to bring my torpedo boat into it. Hence the game was called The Last Charge of the Knights of the Yangtze. And I did get my torpedo boats on the table. And the E-boat started at this end. Show you the table. And the Thornycroft CMB came out of the ropes here. They both attacked this ship. Now this was my first time using torpedoes in a war game, and the ship itself managed to avoid the torpedoes fairly easily. However, torpedoes keep going until they run out of fuel or explode, so I determined that would allow them to cross the table. And indeed they did, and hit and destroyed 2 full landing craft of naval personnel. So what I did is I set the Japanese up bombarding the shoreline on turn 1, Japanese turn 1. Remember, I play rapid fire. And then I launched everything, and including on turn 1 I put a Japanese bomber on the table to take care of these fortifications that the Navy that the Chinese sailors were gonna take on the Chinese left, and the Eastern left were on the Chinese right. The bomber dropped 6 bombs and they all missed. And then turn 1, Chinese turn, I threw everything in. I threw the torpedo boats in, and I threw the HS-129 in. HS-123. Now, the HS-123 attacked this ship as a dive bomber with 3 bombs and scored 3 hits, and immobilized it in the engine room straight away. Then it received multiple hits from the shore batteries, and I determined that 5 hits, 5 heavy damages would be enough to destroy the ship, and that was achieved fairly quickly. This ship, as I said, it managed to maneuver its way out of the torpedo's path, and then its crews on the anti-aircraft guns did have a go at the torpedo boats, but the torpedo boat shot back and managed to knock out this anti-aircraft gun. And both torpedo boats managed to fire their torpedoes and escape. The Thornycroft with some damage, but the E-boat with no damage at all. And as I said, the results of that were 2 landing craft full of naval personnel going to the bottom of the Dongting Lake, which meant that Japanese naval offshore bombardment only had 3 guns instead of the previous 5 when the loss of the gun, and they kept most of their shore bombardment to this side of the table. It's a bit dark in here, but I had to set up a big table today for this, for this game. And I did that not because of the landing, but to give the torpedo boats room to manoeuvre. On this flank, the Chinese infantry up here, I had two battalions of Chinese infantry with an extra support company and an Oerlikon 20mm and 13.2mm Hotchkiss, as well as two howitzers, which were about to be engaged by the Japanese troops, and because they're howitzers, they won't be able to press their barrels to engage the Japanese infantry, so it'll be goodbye to them. And as I said, the Chinese has lost this morale roll. The Japanese did manage to clear the Chinese from this after taking heavy casualties. Got their tanks across the reeds and up the ramp, and now I'll be engaging the Japanese. Would like to, in the next turn, we'll engage those guns with those guns and assault them with infantry. But I don't think that needs to happen because the Chinese left has just collapsed, and there's not much on the right here. There was never very much in the centre in this game. I thought I didn't play around rolling dice for random events in this game. I didn't know how our torpedoes were going to go. They were very simple. So if I were to play this game again, I probably still wouldn't designate where the torpedo boats attack from, because this replicates the fleet in being of the Chinese Navy. They might not always be on the battlefield, but they are always there, and a fleet in being is a threat. So if you played this game at home, you might not even need the E-boats. Just the threat of the E-boats and their torpedo boats might be enough to suppress some Japanese gunfire. Now, if you just clicked on here and you don't know where the hell you are, you're in Wargame in China. And what I do is I use my toy soldiers and things that I've built and created to platform my understandings of the War of Resistance against Japanese aggression from 1931 to 1945. And it's a free channel. All I rely on is a few new subscribers every once in a while, and I like people to press like. You can share my videos if you want, but I do this because I just enjoy doing it. I enjoy sharing the games that I play with you. But I'll be honest, I'm not getting the viewers. I'm not getting the subscribers that I'd like, because sometimes I feel like I'm just talking to myself, and everyone wants their audience to grow. So share my vids, press subscribe. You never know what I'm going to do, and when I'm going to do it. Landing craft came on. Like I said, the Japanese did take some heavy casualties in the initial assault from infantry arms, but it was like the Chinese dice luck turned bad at turn 4. The Chinese did successfully engage the Japanese armour on the left flank here with a 13.2mm Hotchkiss. However, that will have to be abandoned in a retreat, and let's just say the Hargos are coming in. So it was a very good game. I really enjoyed it. I really liked the excuse to get my torpedo boats on the table. It really added an element to the game that I've never had in my games, and I really you probably see some more torpedo boat action in the future, and because I do have there are hundreds of Japanese amphibious assaults in China along the rivers, so no need. So this is the kind of scenario I might repeat, because it is a fun scenario. A torpedo attack was a very fun scenario for me, and although this is a historical channel, as I said, this game has highlighted the last attack of the Knights of the Yangtze on the Dongting Lake against the Minesweeper Komame, and although on my table tonight it was a failure to hit the ship didn't get sunk, the loss of 2 IJN landing craft has certainly been a blow, and you know, if I'd have been lucky and morale hadn't been collapsed, I would have said that the Japanese would be the ones with the next to the collapsed morale, because they have to roll for it too. They've been under shore bombardment and shore battery bombardment, heavy artillery. So good job for the Japanese. The Chinese have folded now. Hope you like that. Hope you subscribe. Hope you share my videos. And you take care. See ya.